Electric vehicles have captured the attention of the whole automotive world, with their fantastic gains said to be quite superlative. On the other hand, when the money or the gold rush is going on, we need to separate the real scenario from the noise. Although year-over-year growth performances are contemplated to be quite good, they are nothing compared to the entire revolutionized automobile industry. True understanding of what electrification levels are all about lies beyond market share analysis. A cruncher that unmasks electric cars as game changers in the auto landscape. In the electrical vehicles market, share of electric vehicles needs to be predominant. EVs are not only measured by the numbers, but also by the share of vehicles they represent. Such distinction becomes the key factor in the successful grasping of the change in the industry. Sticking raw growth numbers can hide a great deal of contrast with the great universe of traditional gas-powered cars. In 2017, the automotive sector reached the tipping point when sales of vehicles driven by inner combustion engines started to decline. It was this zenith, this apex of the struggle, that unveiled a new era into being, an era that became more favorable to electric vehicles. With a growing demand for cleaner and more sustainable forms of transportation being the main result of this, the audience was gradually set for the exponential boom of EVs. We've seen a complete revolution occur in the motor segments in the years 2021 to 2023, as the share of the electric vehicle market has almost doubled with years. This growth is a clear indication that this is not coincidental, but more of a fundamental recategorization of consumer preferences and overall market economics. EVs today have moved beyond being a small sector within the mobility market and have become a game changer of the future of travel. At the core of the electric vehicle revolution, there is the factor of the exponential growth and disruption of the power. The humble beginnings of small improvements suddenly become a revolutionary force that majorly affects established systems. The steep incline that EVs are following indicates a disruptive potential. This potential is so great that the legacy automakers disregard it at their own risk. Even with the warning signs showing, old automakers are very reluctant to join the train. They do not understand that once the inertia of their success sets in, they do not realize that it is the time for adapting to changing demands of consumers and technological innovations. Disruptive innovation is merciless, and those that do not adapt quickly enough risk becoming obsolete. Knowledge of adaptation curves is necessary to accurately understand the environment of disruptive innovation. In the beginning, the growth rate skyrocketed as early adopters provide an initial impetus and innovation gets accelerated. Nevertheless, in the case of the market maturity, growth rates always drop following the typical S-curve form. This trajectory thus highlights that taking benefit from the penetration and exponential growth stages as the curve flattens is the key. However, the hidden truth is that the story of the automotive industry is often overlooked, especially the journey of electric vehicles, EVs, and their considerable growth over a short time. Old headings might give you a sense of slowdown, but when you get into the details, you will be surprised to see a totally different story of intact demand and growth. Hey folks, are you enjoying? Want more content related to this? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Now, let's get back to our topic. It is considered a complex task to be aware of the emergence of electric vehicles. While the craziness in growth rates probably won't be as there is, it does not mean that people are losing their excitement. In fact, it is just like a transition from a very fast rising trend to something a little slower, which still is normal when the increased number of people starts to consider EVs. Now, let's get into the figures. In the last 10 years, the ever-growing popularity of EVs exploded at a rate 10 times faster. That is a huge step, which demonstrates that the recognition towards this eco friendly way of transportation is ever growing. While what you keep observing in the media outlets may sound different, the facts at the grassroots level show an entirely different picture. The demand for EVs keeps accelerating. After all, what is the case with the growth of this community continuing? One of the key factors I believe is making EVs cheaper could be playing a significant role. They were bought by a selection of wealthy people before. However, thanks to technological progress and the measures taken by EV manufacturers, today EVs are becoming cheaper than the rest of cars. For this, there will be increase in sales that in result leads to an increase in demand for the product. However, a sense of fairness is not the only important factor. EVs are even coming in 2 or 3 quite surprising formats. From this era on, it is no more about their only role as mini cars on the road. The range of EVs that are available now is simply amazing and can be found in all kinds of styles. You can find them from compact city cars to strong SUVs and high-end sedans. It translates to having something for everyone. As a result, interest and sales go up. So while the growth of EVs might not be as flashy as before, it's definitely not slowing down. It's all about adapting, making EVs more accessible, and offering a wider range of choices to consumers. As we look ahead, the story of electric vehicles shines a light on a cleaner, greener future of transportation that's within reach for everyone. The automotive industry is a great field where an amazing, still, but thrilling transformation is going on. These battles include the clash between the motoring giants and the upcoming models that are confidently striding forward with electric vehicles. Picture this, a world with the street sounds of combustion engines replaced by the whisper of electric motors. One where future development is made not from black top, but green energy. This is exactly what makes people believe that the driving force behind the persistently renewed will of EV popularity is this dream. At the forefront of this narrative stand 2 protagonists, Tesla and China, the new hub of electric vehicle technologies. Tesla from the heart of Silicon Valley, where Elon Musk had an overall vision to speed up the globe's energy transition, using the latest technology and taking on a risky road to success. Tesla has become the pioneer of the EV movement, and everyone has to look up to it for the standards it set as the best instrument, range, and design. Simultaneously, on the opposite side of the Pacific Ocean, China has become a strong EV player. Driven by the policy of the government and the rising middle class in search of eco-friendly transportation, China has had consistent growth as the globe's biggest EV market. Firms such as BYD, NIO, and XPeng Motors emerged as competitors, profiting from cutting-edge technology and a homemade ecosystem, which further challenged Tesla's leading market position. But as these trailblazers surged forward, legacy automakers found themselves grappling with a dilemma: get ahead or be harmed by these changes. Despite their decades of experience and their ability to invest heavily into the development of electric vehicles, some of the leading companies working in the field have failed to relocate towards electrification. The progress of reformers was greatly impeded by bureaucracy, entrenched groups, and normalcy bias, all of which are against any form of change. Without a doubt, they became obsolete. Yet, amidst the chaos, a crucial lesson emerged: successive investment and the correct execution. It is likely that continuing stagnation will be an obstacle to the development of new technologies in the automotive world. These are the ones who are willing to change and advance, to go beyond the boundaries that separate us from the unimagined future. As the saga unfolds, one thing becomes abundantly clear. Instead of the electric vehicle sales being stagnant, the industry is undergoing a major rearrangement. It serves as a clue for those who accept the story as it is, that it is deceiving and even the story may be twisted. Hidden under the headlines and fancy phrases is the hard truth that the technological industry is a fast changing field where fortunes can make or break a market with a single answer or another. Here, the destiny lies with those who do not fear change, who never back down from a challenge, and use disruption as a springboard for the amendments. While we take the trip forward, we need to take the lessons from history to stay alert for the truth. For in the illuminated future morning, only those who can see beyond the myopic view and who are ready to examine the proofs and peel the layers will come out as champions. Thanks for tuning into Brightside Finance. Don't miss out on any of our thrilling updates and insightful content by smashing that like button, dropping a comment, sharing this video with your friends, and hitting subscribe. Stay bright with Brightside Finance, where financial enlightenment meets excitement.